I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas tryna sound like us. Say they ready for the funk, but I don't think they know it. Straight to the depths of hell is where those cowards going. Well, all your shield down, nigga, holler when you see me. And let these devils be sorry for the day they finally free me. I got a caravan of niggas.
I won't deny it. I'm straight tired. I won't deny it. I'm straight tired. I won't deny it. I won't deny it. I'm straight tired. I won't deny it. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. I'm a straight rider. Rider, 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 rider. I'm a straight 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 rider. Rider, 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 rider. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. I'm a straight rider. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. I'm a straight rider. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. 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 I won't deny it. I'm straight I'm a straight rider. I'm a straight I'm a straight rider. I'm a straight rider. I'm a straight rider.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you wanna be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
I thank the Lord for my many blessings. Though I'm stressed, I keep a vest for protection from the barrel of a Smith & Wesson. And all my niggas in the pen, here we go again. Ain't nothing separating us but my Mac 10. Born in the ghetto as a hustler. Hold up, straight soldier, bucking at them busters. No matter how you try, niggas never die. We just retaliate with hate, then we multiply. See me striking down the block, King Kong. Mobbing like a motherfucker, living like I wanna. Ain't no stopping at the red lights. I'm sideways, thug life, motherfucker, crime pace. Let the cops put they lights on. Chase me, nigga, zigzagging through the freeway. Race me, nigga, in the high speed chase with the law. The realest motherfucker that you ever saw. Say goodbye to the bad guy. Everybody gotta die.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes.
Say goodbye to the bad guy. Everybody gotta die.
You don't have the guts to be what you wanna be.
Say goodbye to the bad guy. Everybody
need people like me.
Everybody gotta die. Everybody say goodbye to the bad guy.
So you can point your fucking fingers and say that's the bad guy.
Ain't no escape from a deadly fate. And every day there's a million black bodies put away. I'm starting to lose hope. It seems everybody's on dope. Mama told me to leave cause she was broke. Sometimes I choke on the endo, creeping out the window. Alone on my own, I'm a criminal. Got no love from the household. I'm out cold on the street screaming motherfucker peace. I got nothing to lose, but something to prove. What do I do? Live a thug life, nigga, stay true. I wonder when they kill me, is there heaven for a real G? Lord, forgive me if you feel me, cause all my life I was dirt broke.
What you guys just stay tuned. Get ready to go live, man. It's the I Told You So episode, emergency broadcast for the upper tri-state area concerning weather.
Say goodbye to the bad guy. Everybody gotta.
You don't have the guts to be what you wanna be.
Say goodbye to the bad guy. Everybody
need people like me.
Everybody gotta die. Everybody say goodbye to the bad guy.
So you can point your fucking fingers and say that's the bad guy.
The only way to change me is maybe blow my brains out. Stuck in the middle of the game to get the pain out. Pray to my God every day, but he don't listen. The poverty bothers me. My mama's working wonders in the kitchen. Listen, knocking, they were crying in the bedroom. Praying for money, will never get what she be dead. Am I wrong for wishing I was somewhere else? At 13, can't feed myself. Can I blame daddy cause he left me? Wish he would've hugged me too much like him. So my mama don't love me on my own at an early age. I'm getting paid and I'm strapped so I never be afraid. What did I go astray? I'm hanging in the back streets, running with G's and dope fiends where they jack me. Can't turn back, my eyes on the prize. I got nothing to lose, I got nothing to say goodbye to the bad guy. Everybody gotta die.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes.
Say goodbye to the bad guy. Everybody gotta
You don't have the guts to be what you wanna be.
say goodbye to the bad guy. Everybody
need
gotta
people like me.
Everybody gotta die. Everybody say goodbye to the bad guy.
So you can point your fucking fingers and say that's the bad guy. So say goodnight to the bad guy.
Yeah, you know what the fuck this is.
Come on.
You in the mix with my homeboy, DJ Mimo.
The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
Be patient. I'm coming. I'm setting it up, guys. I'm setting it up.
When I die, that's what I was on. I wasn't on killing myself shit. Fuck, if I was dead, I wouldn't have to worry about nothing. I could just lay up, either be in heaven or hell. When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. It don't make sense going to heaven with the goodies dressed in white. I like black Timbs and black hoodies. God'll probably have me on some real strict shit. No sleeping all day, no getting my dick licked. Hanging with the goodies, lounging in paradise. Fuck that shit. I wanna tote guns and shoot dice. All my life I've been considered as the worst. Lying to my mother, even stealing out a purse. Crime after crime, from drugs to extortion. I know my mother wish she got a fucking abortion. She don't even love me like she did when I was younger. Sucking on her chest just to stop my fucking hunger. I wonder if I died, would tears come to her eyes? Forgive me for my disrespect, forgive me for my
I see you, Conrad. Welcome, brother.
I wasn't really looking at it as like, well, how am I feeling right now? I feel like killing myself. I'm right around about it. It wasn't like that. I was just thinking like, damn, I remember when I used to be stressed out in the same fucking room. My baby mother's 8 months, her little sister's 2. Who's to blame for both of them? I swear to God, I wanna just slip my wrist and end this bullshit. Throw the magnum till my head threaten to pull shit and squeeze until the bed's completely red. I'm glad I'm dead, a worthless fucking Buddha head. The stress is building up, I can't believe suicide's on my fucking mind. I wanna leave, I swear to God, I feel like death is fucking calling me. But nah, you wouldn't understand. You see, it's kinda like the crack did the Pookie and New Jack. Except when I cross over, it ain't no coming back. Should I die on the train track like Rainbow and Beat Street? People at the funeral frontin' like they miss me. My baby mama kissed me, but she glad I'm gone. She know me and her sister had something going on. I reached my peak, I can't speak. Call my nigga cheek, tell him that my will is weak. I'm sick of niggas lying, I'm sick of bitches hawking. Matter of fact, sick of talking.
Man, I've been off like, yo, what up, man? Hey, yo, man, did you hear that new tooth shit? Nigga was talking about I fucked your bitch and all that shit. Yeah, man, he was dissing the shit out of big. I was like, oh, what? I was like, look in the back seat. This is true talk, can't make this shit up. This motherfucker looked in the back seat. He like, oh shit, big, let me get an autograph. Yo, nigga. Yo.
Yeah.
The year at the Billboard Awards in 1995.
Drop top jack for these bitches that's on my dick. Fuck motherfuckers don't die, we get high, we multiply, motherfucker. Give a holler to my niggas in the bank. I'm living in LA, still clutching on my AK. Rest in peace to my nigga.
Super Gas to Gas.
Dear mama,
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones in LA. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back joy. There's a time that I remember, and I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever, everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December, when somebody say your name. But I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. But everything gon' be alright. Home is a constant say.
when I was young, me and my mama had beef. 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. Go back at the time, I never thought I'd see her face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place. Suspended from school, I'm scared to go home. I was a fool with the big boys breaking all the rules. Shedding tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poor than other little kids. And even though we had different days, the same drama when things went wrong, we blame mama. I reminisce on the stress I caused. It was hell, hugging on my mama from a jail cell. And we thinking elementary.
It ain't gonna be too much longer, guys. Couple minutes. I'm just making myself a little bit of coffee so that I can get through this, man, because it's gonna be about 20-minute broadcast. We're gonna be breaking down these weather patterns. I'm gonna talk about what their next plans are, man. Look, you know, if you've been watching, you know that I predicted that they were gonna do this shit based on what they told us in their occultic bullshit a month ago, that this was coming. Now they're in it for the long game, you know what I mean? This isn't going to be like, though, you know, big flash flood overnight type thing. This is a long game that they're playing, man. But we're playing too, so I'm going to fight back. We're going to fight back, guys. Stay tuned. I got us.
Yeah, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones in LA. Toast to the ones that
For those that don't know, we're streaming live on both Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. They're the 3 channels I got it narrowed down to, guys.
memories bring back joy. There's a time that I remember, when I never felt so low. I felt all of the hatred. She never stopped. And my heart feels like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I carry these torches for you, but you know I never tried. Yeah.
There ain't nobody tell us it was fair. No love for my daddy, cause the coward wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry, cause my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. They say I'm wrong and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for a father, he was gone. I hung around with the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. I moved out, started really hanging. I needed money of my own, so I started slanging. I ain't guilty, cause even though I sell rocks, it feels good putting money in your mailbox. I love paying rent when the rent's due. I hope you got the diamond necklace that I sent to you, cause Cause when I was low, you was there for me. You never left me alone because you cared for me. And I can see you coming home after work late. You're in the kitchen trying to fix us a hot plate. You're just working with the scraps you was given. And mama made miracles every Thanksgiving. But now the road got rough, you're alone. Trying to raise 2 bad kids on your own. And there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it. And dear mama, you all appreciate it. Pour some liquor and I reminisce. Cause through the drama I can always depend on my mama. And when it seems that I'm hopeless, you say the words that can get me back in focus. When I was sick as a little kid, to keep me happy there's no limit to the things you did. And all my childhood memories, full of all the sweet things you did for me. And even though I act crazy, I gotta thank the Lord that you made me. There are no words that can express how I feel. You never kept a secret, always stayed real. And I appreciate how you raised me, and all the extra love that you gave me. I wish I could take the pain away. If you can make it through the night, there's a brighter day. Everything will be alright if you hold on. It's a struggle every day, gotta roll on. And there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it. And dear mama, you all appreciate it. And dear mama, you all appreciate it. And dear mama, you all appreciate it.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we can do. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back to the day.
All right, y'all. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get started in a few minutes here. I'm just getting the final touches set up. If you're in the chats, go ahead and drop me a line. Let me see that you're in there. If you notice in the background, we got playing some... let me turn the mic down a little. It seems a little loud there. If you notice in the background, we got playing, you know, what it looks like today. What it looks like today. You know what I'm saying? So just remember, guys, you heard it here first. You heard it here first, okay? This isn't like some kind of like, you know, emergency situation that just, you know, appeared out of nowhere. They're all saying, oh my goodness, you know, like we didn't expect it to be this bad. No, you basically engineered it to be this bad. And who knows what you were spraying last night in the streets before you started doing all this, because there's been reports, okay? There's been reports that they were riding around and spraying the entire city of New York City. They were spraying the entire city with what they were calling, you know, some type of pesticide. They were, you know, riding around like it was China. It looked like China. Scary stuff, guys. Very, very scary stuff, okay? So let's get ready here, because I'm getting ready to break this all down to you, and you know that I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it. So I don't see too many people in the chats, but that's all right, guys. I'm glad, you know, like maybe you'll catch it on the replay or whatever. That's fine. You know, like a lot of people watch my content after it airs, and that's fine too. As of right now, you know, I put up the emergency broadcast because I want you guys to tune in, but you know, it's not technically an emergency just yet. Not yet. I mean, it's getting there. I'm not sure. I've been getting different reports from different people that live in the New York City area. I don't know if you're still able to get off the island. My suggestion would be that you get off the island. Get off the island. All 5 boroughs were under flood watch as of 6 a.m. this morning. But, you know, like I told you a month ago that you're under flood watch. You know, that they were going to be bringing these weapons in and doing this weather weapon warfare on you. So this isn't like a big surprise to me, and anyone that's been following my work or paying attention to any of my broadcasts, you'll know that they actually tell us ahead of time what they're going to do to us. And this is what they've planned. This is what, you know, like if you think that it's okay to go outside your door and walk around in this muck, like don't do that. Don't do that. This stuff is highly toxic. Whatever it is in this water is going to be highly toxic, okay? You got sewage. You got rats running around. You're probably going to see snakes for the first time in New York City, okay? Floating through the water. Okay, you got sewer systems, you got subway systems with the muckery that's been down there for years, all bubbling up to the top now. So you got all 5 boroughs under a flood watch. I had a friend 3 weeks ago send me messages in Messenger. See if I could pull up some of it. Let's see. Because pretty important stuff, man. You know. Oh yeah. So hold on. Let me throw this in there real quick so you guys can see. We'll put this over here. I want you guys to see this, okay? Because this is like pretty important stuff, right? All right, let's bring this up here. Hold on. Tree. Be patient with me, guys, okay? Because I want to make sure that you guys can hear it and see it correctly, okay? So give me a second, okay?
Inside their rooms, their houses, they're breathing it in. There's going to be residue after.
All right, hold on. Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. It's very, very scary stuff. All right, let's close that. Let's go ahead over to here. All right, so now we got it centered better. I want to make sure that you guys can see this, okay? So I'm going to mute myself. I want you to see what they were doing last night.
Not only are they flooding New York City with immigrants, now they're spraying poison pesticides on all of the people's cars trees, inside their rooms, their houses. They're breathing it in. There's going to be residue after. Your pets lick the ground, lick the trees, eat the grass. They literally are killing everybody. This is poison. You need to sue now. Everybody in New York City, class action lawsuit now.
The city is getting ready to take on mosquitoes this summer to help prevent the spread of West Nile virus. The health department will begin spraying marshes and wetlands where mosquitoes breed. Helicopters will spray pesticides in non-residential areas of the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island beginning next week. So far, there have been no reported cases of West Nile virus this season.
Does anybody live in New York City, and did you just have your house sprayed with pesticides? Run inside, get inside.
The city is applying pesticides to reduce the threat of the West Nile virus.
What the?
Exposure to the pesticide, please. Go indoors immediately until the trucks have passed. The city is applying pesticides to reduce the threat of the West Nile virus.
This is the creepiest.
Exposure to the pesticide, please. Go indoors.
Look at this. What the f***? It's going right over my window.
If I was in New York City, I would be pressing charges against whoever was in that vehicle. Whoever got in that vehicle and started spraying everybody is at fault, let alone who even paid him to do it. I would be going after every individual person involved. I would be stopping that truck. I would be stopping the police. I would be suing them. You need to get as much information as possible. Just remember, COVID started in China, and then it came here. Spraying in the streets started in China, and then it came here. You know what China's doing right now? Building mass amounts of COVID camps. Still, look at this.
Coming to a borough and neighborhood near you in New York City right now. Coming to a neighborhood near you. You didn't see, but that guy, they were beating that man, and this is how they're feeding people and stuff.
New York State is still fighting for the right to set up quarantine camps.
Talkers, welcome to Real Law Talk. A lot of people sent me this video, so I had to comment. So, in most states, the governor has the right to quarantine people. There's a procedure for it. We have one in New York.
Now you're right, Vic. It ain't gonna stop nothing. Suing people
and quarantine in 2.2I and J say that they can last only so long as is necessary to prevent or limit the spread of disease.
I've followed the White Rabbit. Have you?
So you see what's going on there. Look, I'm not, I'm not no prophet, you know what I mean? I'm not here to make profit, okay? And I'm just bringing you the news, man. I'm bringing you the news. See, the interesting thing about what I'm able to do is I'm able to take these occultic scumbags who run our world right now. I'm able to take what they provide to you as hints and agendas and game plans, and I'm able to break it down and give you some kind of a prediction of what they're trying to do to you. Okay, so if you go back and you watch my other broadcasts, you'll see that the flooding and the things that are going on right now in the tri-state areas. Now, I say areas because it's not just New York City, okay? This is Connecticut, this is Rhode Island, this is going to be Boston, okay? This is going to be Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Camden, okay? Philadelphia. You guys are going to get run over with water, okay? Now, don't be surprised if you see them riding around spraying before this happens, because this is all, there's something going on with the spraying action, too, that has a lot to do with this stuff. So let's just jump right over here. Let's go ahead and see. Hold on, let me make sure I'm in there. I got to make sure I'm in the right window, because I do want to bring up something, but I don't want to disclose the information about who gave it to me. Okay, so you got to give me a second on that. In the meantime, what we'll do is we'll jump over here. Let me show you what's going on here. Okay, so give me a second, because I'm going to reset this window capture so that it's sizable and it looks right to you guys. Okay, we're going to break this shit down, man. Look, these people, man, they think that they're going to get away with it, right? Hold on, what you got there, Vic? Let's see. You know what I realized? You know the doomsday clock is close to midnight. Yeah. That's been going on for years, man. That's just another psyop to instill fear in the masses, okay? I don't want you guys to get too concerned with doomsday clocks, okay? This is something that we can work together to prevent, okay? And we can also work together to help one another after the events occur, okay? So it's kind of important to not get caught up in these 10-4s that are coming up. 10-4 copy, Roger, over and out. You know, like, we don't want to get caught up in the 10-4 situation, okay? That's just a test. What they're doing is they're doing a head count and a location count. And maybe they're going to find out, you know, if you've been injected with certain things, or maybe they're going to find out exactly what your 24 hours. Yeah. So I don't want you guys to get all caught up in, you know, this broadcast, disclaimer, first and foremost, this broadcast is not to fearmonger. This is to expose agendas, and this is to get us prepared for what their agenda and plan is, okay? So that we can be better equipped going into, you know, whatever their next psyop's going to be, or whatever their next drill, which actually I don't think we're in a drill phase anymore. I think they're live. I think that they're bringing everything that they've tested up to this point to fruition. Okay, so we're going to break down some stuff. Okay, let me get over here into this this map. This is the observation. Okay, we can zoom in over here. You can see that we have the global monitoring laboratory. Okay, so if we click on one of these, what happens is it shows you the exact location and what's going on. This is Cape May, New Jersey. Okay, you can see all the data sets that come in from that. Okay, my concern is right here, and it's been my concern for the tri-state area. You see this little crack in the rift here? This is actually called Babylon Canyon. Okay, and if I pull up real quick, let's go above ground. Let's go over here. Let's go to we got the above ground. Let's go to where's above ground? Ground transportation. Maybe it's that one. I forget. Nope. Oh, yeah, everything's acting squirrely. Let's go into here. Nope, that's not going to be the one. I don't know why. Yeah, so I'm having technical issues already. See, they you know, come on, guys, you already know what's going on here. Let's go here. Let's go right to this, okay? Because this is the most immediate threat that we have going on right now in the tri-state areas, okay? So we'll go right into this. This is called the National Water Dashboard, okay? This is from USGS, okay? It's very well known. Okay, as you'll see, we'll go right here. Nope, see, they keep changing it around on me. Let me go back. Hold on, because I want to make sure I pull this up. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna bring it over here so I can look at it better. I'm blind as a bat. There it is. Access to dashboard. That's what we want. Okay, so put this back over there. Uno momento, my friends. Uno momento. Okay, so now we got the dashboard. Okay, so you see this dashboard here. This is the amount of water that's on the ground and the flow and its concentrations and what's going on. Okay, they have satellites that are literally flying over the stream the other day with only one viewer. That's right. No, they did shut down my stream the other day with only one viewer because they want to interrupt my workflow so that you guys get like a choppy, broken up message. Well, today I'm doing things a little different. So, and I have a better connection going on. So I'm thinking maybe they're not going to be able to do that. But, you know, I don't put anything past these people. They're very capable. If you'll notice on this map that I have in front of us here, this is the USGS National Water Dashboard, okay? So they have these satellites and these survey flights. If you go watch SitRep Monkey Works over there at YouTube, he'll tell you that they had over 30,000 survey flights go on this year. It's unprecedented. It's never happened before. This guy's been watching aircraft move around in the sky for almost a decade now. online with other people, and we've never seen anyone or anything quite like this, as far as like, why are they monitoring so much, right? So a lot of people think it's climate change. Well, if you go back and you watch my other broadcasts, you'll see that there's definitely weather manipulation going on, and I'm going to show that in this broadcast in real time as it's happening. But because it's so easy to see and find. So let's get rid of this for a second here. Let me bring out the legend so you guys can see. Now, I don't know if you can see here, but there's a couple different options here. This is above flood stage. It's the white dot with the red around it, and then these dark blue, midnight blue, black dots are the high ones, right? And then you got, much above, more than the normal for that day, right? Okay, so if you notice in the United States right now, we've got this whole darkened region going on here, right? And, if you live in those areas, it's obvious, it's been raining like nonstop. You might get a break or two here and there, but then you also see it going on around the country. Now, my focus right now primarily is New York City, but I do know, and I am aware that there are other dams, okay, that could be broken. Okay, and there are other earthquake scenarios that might play out where, like it could affect this region over here. And we're going to get into that in other broadcasts. But my primary concern right now are for those who live in the New York City area and all the tri-state North Jersey. Okay, I got a lot of viewers that are in the North Jersey area. I got a lot of friends, recovery-related people that care, that have been out in the streets of the urban areas, helping homeless, helping disabled people, helping the vets, helping people with mental health issues, helping people with their drug addictions, trying to get them help, okay? And, you're running around helping all these people, but you're totally oblivious to the fact that there's a war going on, and you're in the middle of it, okay? So I want you guys to pay close attention here. As we zoom in, you'll see that it gets darker and darker and darker. Now, these particular dots, if you were to click on one of them, you'll see that they do cubic feet being released per hour. Okay, so this is a great map to look at, but you'll see if you watched the other broadcast that I had, this was primarily blue, slightly darker, like there was a couple, all-time highs for the day when Ophelia, aka Serpentine, okay, the storm that's still there, it's like a ghost storm, like everybody thought, I went through it, there's no issues, there's no problems, but now all of a sudden we see that, like they're saying, oh, well, this wave that came in and that wave that came in, it's all going on over here, right? And it's a direct result of this lingering storm. Okay, and the storm's still going on. It's not like, they said by Saturday the area is going to be dried out. And I'm going to get into what the agenda is behind that. But, we're going to break this down a little bit. So if you'll notice, right along this Hudson Valley River area, I put up a Facebook post the other day showing the photographs of how there was just rain right along the Hudson River. Like it was nowhere else but just right along the Hudson River in a straight line right down the river plane. Like, how does that even happen unless there's some kind of manipulation going on, right? So you got to take into consideration your common sense. Now, I went and checked on this about an hour before I went live just to get an idea, and I see that, a lot of these areas are above flood stage, right? So there was these two. This one here was added in the past hour. There was these three here and one of these here. So this one here has been added in the past hour. So I want you guys to take into consideration that the game plan is for them to break the dams, okay? They're going to break the dams so that they can flood this island. Now, I don't know if people can get off the island right now, but my suggestion is to get the hell out of there, to get away from this incident so that you're not a victim to what's going on. Because, raw sewage flooding in the streets, tainted water systems, down electric, because you can't have electricity if the power gets wet, it's going to go down, right? So we could always pull up the power outages map, and I plan to, okay? So I want you to see that everything is above or, close to flood stage. So let's go ahead and let's get rid of the legend for a minute. Let's pull out the layers again, because I want to break down this other aspect of it here, okay? So let me go. Yeah, it's going to be here. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, Stream Deck's not working that well. Oh, look, stuff's just popping up. Things are just popping up. Like my stream deck's totally taken hostage right now. All right, let me see here. Hold on. Let's go ahead over here. We're in the web. We're in... It gave me fake news. I don't want fake news, guys. I want weather. And I want weather. So we're going to bring up the weather. This is the College of DuPage, okay? You'll see that there's huge weather systems going on over here. Let me go ahead and zoom in on this so you guys can get like a better view of it. I'm going to have to pull out some stuff. Let's get rid of that. That doesn't belong there. Okay, so as you can see, the moisture, if you go over here, you can adjust all these settings. You could put on, you know, infrared, long range, sandwich things. You could do all kinds of cool stuff with that. But as you can see, we'll play it out, right? You'll see that the water waves, look, notice how it's like this pattern of the moisture's just going straight up into the Hudson River Valley. This has been going on for 3 days now. Of course, it's covering the city of New York and all the surrounding areas. But if you'll notice, it's going straight up and over to that same region where we were showing you all the dams and stuff. So let me go ahead and pull up the regionals so that you can see. Let me see here. Is this the one I want? This might be the one. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so this is a pretty good one. So you can see, look at how the moisture is just, like, it's just developing right in this region here. If you go over to SITREP Monkey Works, you'll see that he showed that there was planes doing weather operations all around here. And I have links for some of that stuff. I'm going to pull some of it up so you guys can see it. But I want you guys to know that this is not normal. There's nothing normal or natural about this event. Okay, they were spraying, everybody saw them spraying, it's documented that they were spraying, and this is what the end result is. Look how there's like a flat line going right through here. Okay, you can literally see waves going through the water systems. But look, as you get closer to the past, you know, the past 2 or 3 hours on this weather map system, you'll see that it's getting more and more and more intense. Okay, so as of 6 a.m. On the 29th, they were saying on all the weather reports for every channel in the New York City region, okay, that, you know, there was going to be some 2 to 4 inch flooding. You know, it wasn't going to be that big of a deal. Then all of a sudden throughout the middle of the day, right, which you're seeing right here on this map, this is progressing throughout the day, you'll see that, you know, these weather systems intensified. So what they would naturally predict as what should occur or could occur has now, make sure we're still streaming. Yeah, there's absolutely no reason why I should be dropping a stream. There's absolutely zero reason why I should be dropping anything right now. There should be no delays, no lags, no dropping of anything. It should all be in here. And all my chats were wiped out. So if you made a chat and I didn't have a chance to respond to it, please chat again so that I can respond to it. Wow, victim or Victor. Let me see. Hold on. 24 hours. Victor, you know, you got to give me a chance to respond to you, bro. Let me see. They shut down the stream the other day. Only one viewer. Yeah, we know that. What are your thoughts on zombies? All right, yeah, we're going to get into all that. That's not as important as this right now, okay? It's next in line, but it's not as important as the danger that these people are in by staying on that island. The danger that these people are in by being in these coastal regions that are being flooded by what's called the king tides. Very interesting concept that they call this the king's tides. Now, if you go back and you watch my other broadcasts that led up to this particular broadcast, am I still live? Yeah, I'm still live. All right, so if you go back and you watch my other broadcasts, you'll see that I break down the occultic definitions of these storms, the occultic definitions of some of the players involved with these latest news broadcasts concerning these storms. Okay, so there's no coincidence that you've got King's Hawaiian baked buns on your television set during your football games. Okay, there's no coincidence that they're calling this the King's Tides. Okay. And, you know, like King's Tides was something that was big in the Pacific, you know, out in the Pacific Ocean, okay, over the years because of the moon and the different tide systems that go on with that. You can look into this stuff, right? But my question is, why is North America subjected to King's tides over the past couple years? And then specifically this year, it's all you hear about. You hear this word king over and over and over again, okay? There was a recent post. Let's just pull it up real quick just so you guys can get an idea. Trump, right? We'll pull Trump up here. And I hate playing this game. I hate playing this game. You know, like, he ain't no angel, this guy. I hate playing this game, right? This old ass game that everybody wants to keep playing. But I got to bring it up because if I don't, you know, like, I'm wasting my time, which is, right? So let's go to recent pictures. Let's go to settings, layouts, licenses, anytime. Let's go within the past day. Okay. Let's see if we can get a shot of this guy, the particular one that I'm looking for here. Boy, man, he's got a lot going on. Let's try the past week. Let's go for the past week. We'll do it that way. Maybe we'll see it then. He's standing in front of his Trump Tower in that one. Funny, I'm not seeing it. All right, so let's do it this way. Umbrella. Now, I was first turned on to this the other day by Monograph. Now, you see he's got his umbrella, right? And it's black and it's got the word Trump on it, right? But something very, 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 very interesting happened the other day. And I'm going to have to put a link in there for this guy because, like, he's so close to seeing what's going on sometimes. And, like, I watch him. I'm a big fan of him. So let me go ahead in here and let's go ahead and bring it up for you guys so you can see. Because I think it's kind of important. Look, there I am. I'm live. That's great. So if you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe. Okay, watch my other videos. You'll see what's going. You'll see what's really going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll on down here. See if we can find it this way. I mean, he's live. He's actually, well, he's not live now, but he was live a few minutes ago. I was watching him before we went live here. But you'll see. Let's see. Hold on. Be patient with me, guys. Let me go ahead up and. He might have deleted it. He does that often, and I'm not, you know, I'm not surprised. No. Let me see. Is it up there? No. Anyway, so it's a photograph of Trump holding an umbrella, and the umbrella that he's holding is blue and white, the colors of the UN. And if you look into, like, you know, if you look into the Umbrella Corporation and, like, what the meaning is behind that, that's pretty significant. But the actual umbrella that he's holding is blue and white, and it's like a Maltese cross pattern. Okay, and he's got it set up so that you can see the cross. He's like holding it up like it would, like if it was raining on top of him, the way he's holding the umbrella would absolutely do nothing for you. Okay, so a lot of people are looking at that. It's a coded message, you know, for the white hats or whatever. Like, don't believe none of that nonsense. This motherfucker's in it, on it, just like the rest of them. Okay, he's telling the UN people that get ready because you guys are getting ready to you guys are getting ready to mobilize and come into New York City and, you know, do the relief efforts that are about to occur. Okay, I'm concerned because of the dam situation, guys. I'm very, very concerned because of the dam situation. So let me go ahead and I was trying to show you this, the above ground here. Nope, still not giving it to me. Let's go here. Nope, it keeps giving me the wrong. Yeah, my Stream Deck, man. I'm not going to be using this Stream Deck if it keeps doing this kind of crap. Let's go into the dams again. Nope. I don't know what's going on with it, guys. It's really, really, really suspect. All right. So let's go here. Let's get right into it. Okay. These are the coastal inundation dashboard. Okay. These are the dams. Okay. You'll see that they're all on alert. You see the little pings that are coming out. That lets you know that they're in operation. Okay. You can check on this box here would give you other coastal situations, right? But we're not concerned so much about them. We want to do the actual government facilities only. We're not going to worry too much about the other one. So if we go along the coastline here, you'll see where it shows, this is where the National Weather Services and your local news broadcasters get their information. Okay, this is Lewes, Delaware. It's a beautiful area. I've been there many times. It was a great experience to be in that area. Shout out to all the people in Lewes, Delaware, and the surrounding beach areas down there. We have minor flooding going on, right? But if you'll see that there's several lines, right? So one, the dark blue line, and I just want to educate you on this so that when we go to the other ones, we can go through them more quickly, okay? So we'll start with this one, right? You'll see that the date and time, this is current, this is up to date, this is right now. It's not yesterday, it's not tomorrow. You'll see that they have the dates going on, right? But you see this blue line right here, this light blue? This is where the last report came in. Okay, and as you can see, it says October 1st, and it just became October 1st. So you can see this is real-time flooding map, calculations of what's going on. Okay, so you see that, right? But I want you guys to pay attention here. This dark blue line is what they predict to occur. Okay, and you see their predictions are always just a little bit less than the actual observations that occur. And this goes on repeatedly over and over and over. But you'll also see this yellow area, the orange and the pink, okay? When it's minor flooding, okay, that could be coastal flooding, that could be lake and pond, river flooding, okay, overflowing rivers, and from rain, okay? So this is all of them. This isn't just like one or two. Like when you watch the news, they'll talk about, different lake and shore floodings, like there's different kinds, okay? But this particular map from the Coastal Inundation Dashboard shows you all of them as a result of the tides and everything else. So you got minor flooding, which you see it's been popping, right? Now notice it's starting to go down a little bit down here in Delaware, but the storm is more to the north here. So let's go ahead, let's close this, right? And we seen that was Lewes, Delaware, right? If we go up here to this region here, you'll see how it got a little bit into the flooding area for, Colchester Beach, Maryland, okay? So, like it's peak flooding almost, minor flooding almost everywhere over the past, hour or two, okay? And it's getting worse by the moment, guys. I'm showing you this tool so that if you live in any of these areas, that once I'm offline, you don't have to rely on me. You can go ahead and pull this up on your phone and you'll be able to do this. So it's under NOAA.gov, okay? And like I said, it's called the Coastal Inundation Dashboard, okay? So let's go ahead into the regions that we're most concerned with, which is North Jersey and, here's Philadelphia here. You got Camden, you got Wilmington down here and all this other stuff. We'll start with Wilmington. You'll see that it went from, and this is, it dips down. These are the tides. So it dips down and then it goes back up again. So when it goes back up again, you'll see that it's been slowly going up. This is a long game, guys, okay? So it's been slowly going back up. So we went from minor flooding in the region, okay, of Marcus Hook, Pennsylvania, okay, for all my friends and family that live in the tri-state area, that live in the Marcus Hook region. I've actually lived in Marcus Hook. I lived in a neighborhood just north of Marcus Hook by about a mile or two for years, decades, okay, so I'm very familiar with this area. Normal tide is usually down here around, 2.5 or so, right? But see, wait, let me see. Negative 2.5, and then, normal tide is like, usually right around here, right around this area here is what normal water flow looks like, right around here. But because of all the storms and stuff, sometimes you'll get, you'll get a crest where it's like minor flooding. Every once in a while there's minor flooding in the area. But what's going to be going on over the next 24 hours as a result of these bands that are going to continue to come in, okay? And I'm going to show you that so you can see that on the prediction maps, okay? We're going to break that down a little bit more, but you'll see it went from minor flooding to moderate flooding, right? Moderate flooding is like a major problem. So that's where we're at right now. We're at moderate flooding for the Marcus Hook area. So let's go ahead and get out of there. Let's go ahead and move on up to the Philadelphia region. This includes Camden, okay? You'll see that it's gone from, and this is just in the past hour or two, guys. This is live intel. If you're watching this live, thank you for joining me, right? I see someone asked me a question, and they're asking me if I can answer. What's the question there, Vic? Vic, you like to ask me a lot of questions while I'm trying to bring this information to people, man. I'm not going to be able to do that throughout this broadcast, and I want you to know that I know that you have questions and you want answers, and of course a lot of people do. Like, well, I want answers. You know, and I'm showing you this information so that you can go find your own answers. I don't want you to take my word for anything that I'm presenting to you. I want you to go find your own information about what's going on. Okay? But if you'll notice, okay, this is for the Schuylkill River, okay, and the Delaware River areas, okay? You'll see that it just went from minor flooding, okay? Now it's peaking up into moderate flooding. And my prediction is that we're going to be in the pink in all these areas by 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. Okay. So, over the next 2 or 3 days, this is going to become a major, major issue for people. So let me see what your question is, Vic, because I do want to answer questions. John, last question. Why did you say that where you go at death is what you believe during life? Okay, so I can break all that stuff down. This is the weather. We're not going to get into that too much right now, Vic. I want you to stay tuned, though, because in the next couple broadcasts that I'm going to be bringing out, we're going to talk about senseless violence versus adequate violence. Like what's appropriate and what's inappropriate, okay? Because violence is not necessarily in itself bad if it's in a self-defense mechanism. Okay, so we're going to be breaking that down, but we're also going to be breaking down escaping the matrix from not just here in the physical reality that we're stuck in, right? But we're going to be breaking down, cracking out in the matrix on the other side, because I've been over there. I've been over there twice, guys, and you think they're lying and deceiving you here. You should see the shit that goes on over there. And I mean that. Like, you could call me crazy if you want. A lot of people, when I was telling them to get out of the New York City area, okay, all month long, that they were planning to do this, okay, and now that it's actually occurring and you could see it in real time on the map right in front of me, right, this map right here that I'm showing you, okay, you can see it happening in real time. Maybe I'm not as crazy as people thought, okay? So pay attention, everyone, children, boys and girls, pay attention, because I'm teaching you how to do this for yourself, because I may not be available, okay? And this shit's coming. Let's go here. More minor flooding. You see it peaked a little bit during high tide, okay? This is Sandy Hook. I don't even know if I could say that out loud online without watch all my broadcasts get interrupted real quick. Let's go to this one here. This is Elizabeth, Bergen Point, West Reach, New York, okay? You'll see that it's been very consistent with the minor flooding. Very consistent, okay? Let's go ahead up here. Now this is where it's going to get bad, okay? See the battery, okay? If you go back, you can watch YouTube videos of the battery. The battery's a bad situation because when that starts flooding heavily, what happens is you can't get off the island, okay? You can go look into that if you want to, okay? If this particular area becomes heavily inundated, as they use their words here, inundated, right? If this area becomes inundated with water, okay, you are not going to be able to get off this island. Okay, so here's the other one. Very consistent, very consistent. You'll see that's King. Another time with the Kings Point, right? I'm going to predict that these are going to be higher. Right, so this was a couple hours back, right? We had minor flooding, okay? So as we get into high tide again in the morning hours, okay, you're going to see these numbers go up into the orange and over into the pink. Your weatherman's not going to tell you that. They don't want people to panic. They don't want people to get off the island. They want everybody to be nice and stuck in the muck and shit that they have provided for you, okay? Here's another one. These are, what does this say? Observed, right? But notice, where's the intel? It's gone. Okay, this is Montauk, New York. Okay, not far from where I have friends. Notice that data has now stopped. At what time? What time was that? 9:30 at let me see here. 9:30, right? Well, okay, that's where we're at right now. 12 midnight. Okay, so the data didn't stop. But you see, it's much higher than what they've predicted. Okay, much higher. Talking a difference of, like maybe an inch and a half more of rain. Like I said, this morning they said, oh, we're going to get, 2 to 4 inches. It's going to be some minor road flooding, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden 10 inches dumped on you guys. And I told you that this was going to happen a month ago. Not based on any weather reports, obviously. Okay, the weather reports are coming in, but that's not what it was based on. The other thing is, I want you to pay close attention if you live down in this area here. Actual, see the difference? Look, what they predicted, the blue, and actual way up here in the flood line. Why is that? Okay, think about what I'm saying to you. This is Station Hatteras in North Carolina, right? Let's go to this one, because I pay attention to these. Look, predicted and actual. See the difference? We're talking, prediction is everything's normal. Actual is we're in moderate flooding, which is above minor flooding, which is dangerous, which is a problem. Okay, so now that we did that, we'll go down here. We'll do one for Florida too. Let's go Jacksonville. Same thing. Same thing. Normal. Actual. Okay. Pay attention, guys. Let's go ahead and let's jump on over here to another last question. You got another last question for me, Vic? Why did you say that when you bleed was thinking about? Just why did you say that when you die, where you go is what you believed or were thinking about? That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all, Vic. Actually, what I said is that when you pass away, okay, when you cross from this realm into the next, it has nothing to do with your belief system. It has everything to do with the level of consciousness that you currently possess at that time. So when I died twice, hopefully only one more time to go, right? But when I died twice, my consciousness was at 2 different degrees. Okay, the one time I was like, very connected with humanity, and I was helping a lot of people, and I was doing a lot of stuff. And when it happened, I went to a place where that's what I encountered. Connection, unity, love, peace, serenity. But when I died the other time, I was being a selfish asshole. Interrupting people and asking questions and all this other stuff, and like not living a righteous lifestyle. I was very self-centered. I was a very self-centered individual, and as a result, I went to a very dark location on the other side. Okay, but I wasn't like, my time wasn't done yet, so there wasn't like no tunnels with white lights. It wasn't going on like that. Because my time wasn't done yet. I was coming back here, and they knew that. So they didn't present that option to me. Okay, so I'm a little suspect of people that come back and they say that, they've encountered the white tunnel, and yet they're still here talking to me. Like, I'm a little suspect of that because I've personally been there, so I know. But we could get into that in future broadcasts, and I plan to, guys. I plan on breaking down all kinds of shit to you. So let's go ahead and jump back, because I want to make sure that we cover this. This is very, very important here. Very, very. We've got some other storms on the way. We've got Rena. Like, if we go ahead real quick, I'll just go ahead and do it real quick. Why not? Why not? We got Felipe, right? Right? Felipe's coming. Let me see here. Hold on. Felipe. Name, origin. This is what's coming, guys. Like, they're telling us what's coming. So I'm going to show it to you so you can see. Okay? Let me see here. Maybe this one. It looks like it has some name meanings in there. Okay, what's that say? Love of horses. Lover of horses. Now, I want you to think of the horses of the apocalypse, okay? And I want you to think of, the word horse. Let's go to word etymology. We'll just break it down. Look, because I already did this, so I already know etymology. It's worth watching. It's worth looking at here. Word etymology. We'll go in here to etymology online. Okay, if you don't have this on your educational platform, put it in there because it's important. You need to know when someone says a word to you, it may not have the definition you think it has. You got to go back and look. Like the word horse, not exactly what you think it is. Okay, we can read it real quick. Family equity, genus equus. Okay, century dictionary. Old horse, horse, right? Proto-Germanic, Hars, right? Old Norse, right, is Hross, right? Frisian, right? Then you got whores, right? Oars, right? All this other stuff. But let's go down here to the word horse. It says, which is of unknown origin. I know you guys think it has to do with an animal. Sometimes it does. Yes, correct. Right? And what are horses used for? What were horses used for? What are horses used to describe today when we think of horsepower? Okay, think about those kind of things when I tell you this part of it. Okay, where is it? I want to make sure I read it. 14th century. Of various devices or appliances which suggest a horse as a sawhorse. Okay, in reference to that upon which something is mounted. Okay, something is going to be mounted. Okay, we hear a lot of talks of kings. Okay, we hear a lot of talks of kings in these broadcasts concerning these weather weapons against us. Okay, and we're talking about something that upon which something is going to be mounted. Now you can put that together any way you want to, right? If large, coarse, okay, it also referred to in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and even like 90s when heroin disappeared. It was heroin, okay? Let me see here. Horseback riders. Large one-handed pistol use, okay? That's the pistol for horse. Let me see. Horse attempt to revive interest in a worn-out topic. Okay, if you go back and you look at some of the things that I've talked about in my videos, we talk about the old world. Okay, this is the worn out topic, is the book of Revelations that they're actually trying to play out in real time today. Okay, from the horse's mouth, you'll hear me talk about that sometimes. But you know, young deity out of date with long hair. All right, so let's go look up the other one here, the other storm that's coming. Right, what's that called? Wait a second. Rena. No, it's not going to give it to us there. But there's a couple definitions for Rena. Let's go. Word origin. This is the weather forecast for the next 3 weeks, guys. I'm giving it to you. Okay? This is it. I don't care what the weatherman said. I don't care what any of them said. This is the weather forecast for the next 3 weeks, wherever you're at in the world. Okay? Especially with where this storm's coming. So we'll go word origin Rena. Get a sip of this, man. Guys are burning me out. No, I wasn't specifically talking to you, Vic, about that. Now, I want you to pay attention and I want you to ask questions. And I don't want you to keep it to yourself. I want you to put it in the chats, man. I want you to talk to your peers, talk to your friends and family, and get this message out that this is a topic that needs to be investigated. That this is a topic that needs to be explained in better detail by someone much more educated than I am, because I don't consider myself to be extremely smart. I do know a lot about a lot, but I don't really know everything, and I'm trying to get to know more. So we have Rena here. Let's go simple English. No, behind the name. Let's go to this one, behind the name. So as you'll see on the screen, there's 4 different versions of the name Rena and what it means. Okay. I think in Italian, it comes back to being, let's go here. Let's click on that one. We'll start with that one. Italian, Dutch, right? Short form of Katrina, right? Or I'm sorry, Katarina, right? I don't mean any offense to anyone named Rena, right? So let's see. Does it tell us what it is, though? It did. I'm pretty sure it did. That's why I'm over here. Oh, no. So in order to find this one, we actually have to click on one of these to see what it means, right? What's it say? Italian, popularity. Notice the dates, right? Notice the dates, right? Pay attention to dates, right? Ends in Ena. Trinity blood characters. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Let me see here. So let's go with form of Catherine, right? What's it say, guys? The etymology, it could be derived from an earlier Greek name, right? And it gives all each of the two, okay? Could be derived from the goddess Hecate, Achaia, okay, meaning torture. Okay, what's it say? Torture. My consecration of your name. Okay, pure. Okay, these are all things that you need to pay attention to when it comes to these storms. Okay, so let's go back. Now that we did the Italian ones, let's go to the Hebrew one of what Rena means. Okay, this is the forecast for the next 2 or 3 weeks in the tri-state region. Okay, so we got, what's it say? Joy and singing. Okay, because they're going to mount the king. The king's getting mounted, and now it's time to joy and sing for them, right? Let's go back. That's Hebrew. They're coming messiahs, right? This is what this is what these people believe. I don't believe this shit. I'm gonna tell you what I believe. Stay tuned, Vic. You're gonna want to see. What I believe. Okay? You're gonna want to see it. So what's it say here? Melted. Very suspect with this word. I'm kind of concerned about that. Okay, because I know about the dam breaking stuff, and I've seen some stuff that hints towards a possible or nuclear attack in the tri-state area up there, but I haven't really seen any actual physical on the ground evidence other than rumors. And I'm not in the business of fear mongering. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what that was Hindu, right? Let's go to the Japanese meaning for Reno, right? What's it say? White jasmine, but it also means village. Okay. Vegetables and greens. Okay, scary stuff, guys. There's some stuff going around on TikTok where they're talking about they're going to change the entire food definitions of what constitutes food, and there's like all these videos floating around of people like literally just peeling the skin off of watermelons, and there's a guy showing you cabbage and lettuce that's actually made of plastic and all this other stuff. So I'm very suspect of the food sources that are being provided to us as a species right now. Okay, so this was the weather, guys. This was the weather, man. I'm trying to bring this information to you in a way where it makes sense and people can man, nothing works. I can't get anything to work. Let me get rid of all this stuff because we're going to have a little discussion now. Since Vic wants to ask questions and people think I'm not answering them, we're going to make sure I answer them. Okay? Let me get rid of this. No, we're going to leave that up there. That's important. Get rid of this. Nope, that's me. Hold on now. We get rid of this. Boom. Right? We get rid of that. Let me go over here to video capture. Let's get me over here like this. Let's go ahead and get this over here like this. Right? Let's make it nice and big because I want to answer your questions, okay? I think what I'm going to do is for now on, Vic, just so that, people have an understanding, okay, of, what I'm going to be doing here. Let me see if I got any questions over there on Facebook. Nope. We still got, I guess, about 7 or 8 people watching, though. Thanks for checking in, guys. If you haven't already, go ahead and jump onto my YouTubes or my my Twitch account and tune in and see what's going on. Okay, you'll notice that at the bottom of the screen here, I have the solar eclipse. Okay, and this is the event that I'm actually most concerned with over the next couple of days. Okay, because they have put a lot of occultic beliefs into and behind their interest in these eclipses and what it means and all this other stuff. If you'll remember back, the ancient Aztecs and Mayans, there was whole civilizations, even with the Gnostics back, you'll remember that there was whole civilizations. Yeah, it's very important, Vic. Very important. I want you guys to have a plan. I want you to be safe. If you're capable or able, get the hell off that island, man. These people are going to, they don't, ask the people, the survivors of Hurricane Katrina, how much they believe in the government's ability to help them in the event of, these disasters and these natural catastrophes. Ask them, okay, if it's important to find out this information as much in advance as possible. Now, I told you a month ago that this was going to occur. And I told you it was going to start occurring around the 23rd, and it was going to carry right on through to, the beginning of October. And I've said that. The harvest moon, which is what we just passed through, okay, the highest moon, second moon, blood moon, whatever the hell you want to call this crap. Okay, the harvest moon, they're harvesting. They're separating wheat from chaff in their eyes, right? But, we look at these things, and a lot of people don't understand what's going on, and I try to break it down so that people can have a better understanding. I told you what this meant, right? I told you what this meant. I told you what this meant, okay? I told you what this meant, okay? For them, even though outwardly on the 23rd, there wasn't like this big significant attack going on against humanity that was visible, okay? Just like on the 10-4 Roger out that's coming up, right? I wouldn't say that they're going to do something that's spectacular, that's going to be extremely noticeable to the masses. That's not what's going to go on. Manhattan, which was named because of the Manhattan Indians. Yeah. No, a lot of the areas were named after tribes, and that goes on throughout the entire country, or they were named after the conquering Europeans through white colonialism that occurred in our country and around the world. Like a lot of places are named after them. You're right. You're absolutely right, Vic. But, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to institute this policy now. What I'll do is I'll have my broadcast where I bring this information to you guys because it's extremely important. And then after I bring the information to you guys, we'll take some questions and answers. Okay? Because I know you had some questions, Vic, and I don't want to ignore your questions. I think there's no such thing as a stupid question. There are such thing as stupid people that don't ask questions. Okay? Now, I don't know if I'm the right person to answer any questions. You might have to go a little further. I happen to have at my disposal a nice network of contacts and information and resources where I could direct you to someone that may know the answer and you could ask them. But like I said, as you'll see in my other broadcasts up to this moment, that I've predicted that these things were going to occur, not because of the weather satellites, not because of, in fact, let's just pull it up real quick because I didn't do it, and it's definitely a major part of it. Ah, man, these people, man, it's something else, bro. Something else. Air. Now, let me go here. Air.gov. Okay, so I'm going to just block that. Let's go with NYC. All right, so I'm going to bring this up real quick here just so you guys can see. Oh, what island? Manhattan, right? Which was named because of the Manhattan Indians. I don't know exactly. When I said island, I meant the entire 5 boroughs of New York City. I'm speaking of the entire city island of New York City, just to verify that, Vic. Just so you know. I'm not talking about any particular islands. There is a point there called King's Point that I'm a little concerned that, the King's coming to claim his shit, man. In this country's his shit in his mind. Okay? So you got the puppet king over there in England that, runs his show, right? But you have the king here that they're going to reinstore the power. Okay? And we haven't gotten there yet. We're going to get there, and I'm going to be talking about that, and that's going to be coming up. And like I said, I was heading in the direction of, and I don't want to lose my train of thought here. I was heading in the direction of, we have these systems and all these dates and times and stuff. These people, you guys got to understand, these people have been playing this game for generations. For generations they've been playing this game. Okay? This is the long game for them. They're not interested in any particular date or time. This is a strategy that's being implemented over long periods of time, guys. September 23rd was when they put the crown on the king's head behind closed doors. Okay? And if you remember, on the 23rd, there was also this big UN thing that went on in New York City where, guess what the topic was? Climate change. Okay? Think about that, right? And then there was a couple other things that were interesting that occurred that day, but nothing really outright, okay? And they're not going to be outright with any of their attacks against us. That's not their game plan. They're not interested in setting up a flare saying we're attacking humanity. And for the 10-4 day, I want you guys to know it's not going to be something that is noticeable, whatever occurs. Okay, it's not going to be something where you say to yourself, oh yeah, John's right, they're definitely attacking the Americans, they're attacking, humanity, they're attacking humans, like they're using these weather systems against us, they're using these satellites against us. No. They don't want us to know that we're being attacked. They want you to think that these are naturally occurring, naturally occurring disasters, naturally occurring epidemics, naturally occurring everything. Everything has to have on the outward appearance and their ability to broadcast it to be something that's just totally unrelated to the other thing and just occurring, as a general thing. It's just occurring. It has nothing, the dam breaking has nothing to do with the mosquitoes that are biting you. And the mosquitoes that are biting you has nothing to do with the fact that 5G gets fired up and a lot of people get radiation poisoning, and that's our new COVID situation going on. It has nothing to do with that. There's totally isolated instances. The storm systems and the coastal flooding, added into the tropical storm Ophelia and its, remaining waves that were coming to hit the coastlines. It has nothing to do with the fact that the highways are now shut down and the bridges are closed. Okay? Their agenda is lock and step. Yeah, this weather mod makes sense. They call it name of these. They name a lot of these satellites and weather programs, Thor and Hells. And if you go back and you watch my broadcast, I break a lot of that stuff down, man. So like this is their religion, guys. This is their religion. Okay, you had something go on the other day where an astronaut. An astronaut was coming back down to the planet here, and allegedly, and like that was the main story in the fake news that was being broadcast, when the real main story should be the floods that were about to occur. Okay, it was a minor story on the international, national, even regional, local newses. A lot of people left their house this morning, 6 a.m. this morning, based on the weather reports that they were getting. Minor floodings, they might encounter this, they might encounter that. They didn't think they were going to get stuck in the subway systems. They didn't think that they were going to get stuck, walking through this muckery in the streets, 10 feet of water, okay, some areas. Other areas, 5 feet of water, 4 feet of water, all 5 boroughs, okay? I did have something that I did want to share with you guys. I could probably pull it up now and then be able to do it in a way. So I don't want to disclose the person's information, because the last thing I want to do is bring harm to anyone, okay? I think it's important not to do that. So I'm going to go in here and give me a second. I'm going to pull up the photographs that were sent to me by this individual regarding this. Okay, so we'll start with this one here. Let's go with window capture. Let's see. There's the guy there, okay, walking around in the muck. Okay, let's go back. Let me close it out. Let me go ahead. Like I said, I don't want to disclose this person's information and who this person is that was providing me this information. Okay, so here, we'll pull it up here now. Boom. Okay, so in one of the coastal areas, you guys couldn't see it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right, so in one of the coastal areas, okay, there was a lot of trucks and dump trucks and a lot of movement of activity in the beginning of the month. And it's been going on all month long, all along the coastal regions, right? And they've been putting up these things. You see that thing on the back of that flatbed? that is actually designed. It's Army Corps of Engineers. Okay, it's major equipment. It's actually designed to create a barrier so that water cannot pass by it, right? So like they were laying all this stuff out and dumping all these huge rocks. Let me see here. We'll go to the next one. Nope, wrong way. Let me go this way. Right? You'll see that, you know, like the truck after truck after truck of dump trucks and these barrier things heading in this direction, right? And the news that get you caught in its headlines. Yeah, right. So, you know, they want to distract you, but they also want to put you to sleep at the same time. They don't want you to realize what's occurring. And you'll see that in our iPad Go 2 video when they break down, you know, with Draco, with the cord to the kid's neck, and he's like laying there on the ground. He's got all his pharmaceuticals laying around him. You know, like this is like a real thing, guys. This isn't like make believe here. Like they gave you that video 11, 12 years ago to tell you what their plans were for the future, because they like to disclose to us the plans. And the reason they do that is in their satanic ritualistic practices. It gives them more power when you cheer them on. When you're sitting around eating King's Hawaiian burger buns, okay, and King's Hawaiian potato rolls, okay, and you're sitting around and you're listening to the news broadcast and you're fearing the King's tides, okay. We could break down the definition of the word tides. I'm not going to even bother to do all that. But when you see this stuff going on, like this adds power to what they're doing. My job in this broadcast is to take that power and throw it in their face and mock the shit out of them. That's my job. That's what I'm here to do. I'm the Revelator. Okay? The more people that are watching this broadcast, the better off we're going to be. The more people that subscribe, like, follow, and share this content, the better off we're going to be. The more we expose what they're trying to do, the less likely they can get away with it. My ultimate goal and objective is to get these people that are on the ground level to actively stop participating in this shit. You are not a white hat. You are a pawn. You are a pawn in their game. Let me show you something. Hold on. We're going to do this real quick. So there's the trucks, right? And I was telling you, so these barriers are being set up all around the coastlines throughout the United States of America. And here people think, you know, it's to prevent the water from coming in. I got news for you. The real reason, just like the border wall, is to prevent people from getting out. Okay? The real reason for these barriers is to prevent people, prevent the water from getting out. It's to keep the water inside of the areas that are getting wet, not to prevent the water from coming in. Okay? This is asinine to put this kind of stuff in place when you know that you're going to have flooding that occurs from within. Okay? From within. This keeps water in, not out, guys. That's the job of these pieces of equipment. So hold on a second, because I want to take this off. Because like I said, I don't want to disclose this person's information. Let me see what you got there, Vic. You know, I heard that they made everybody beg for Jesus to save them, to resurrect the God Zeus. Look, I'm not going to get into all that. I think it's important that people realize that the programs that are in place, the religious institutions that are in place, are there as a result of control and manipulation of the population. I do believe that there has been soul entities that have been coming through since the beginning of time, and their objective is to dumb down the masses, take away your power, okay, and make it so that, you know, you're worshiping them at the end of the day, not anyone else, right? So let me go over here, and I just want to. This might be a little harder to find, but I want to pull this up and have this playing in the background while I finish talking to you guys, because it's kind of important. Okay. Cops. Give me a second here. Cops. Let's go to videos. Give me a second, guys. Might be a little harder to find because They don't really want you to see exactly what's going on. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do it this way. Be patient, guys, because I want to pull this up and have this playing while I spiel on about this. It's going to be here. It's definitely going to be here. I got to go to a whole different platform because YouTube won't even show that shit. Come on now. Come on now. Now, there should be no lag. There shouldn't, like, this should just be coming right up. There shouldn't be any issues. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it. They're making it too hard for us. Let me see here. Pull this over here. Nothing gets me more upset than this. Not being able to do what I want to do here. Give me a second, guys. Be patient with me. Shouldn't be this difficult. It should just come right up when I type in what I'm typing in. But they don't want you to find it. They want it to be like something that's, you know, unfindable. Yeah, let's try BitChute. Odyssey's not giving it to me. Maybe BitChute will. Hold on. Be patient with me, guys. Let me see here. BitChute. Right. No matches found. Exactly what I expected. Let me do this, though. Hold on. Because I have it. I'll find it. Maybe we'll round this broadcast out with it. Okay. Maybe we will. Let me go back. I can't believe it's this hard to find it. Like, that's just... Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, you guys messed up. You messed up by letting me find it. Okay, here it is. Boom. Let's go here. Properties. Right, let's go here. Okay, let's bring it on in. Guys. Hold on, give me a second here, because I want you guys really to be able to see this, okay? Now, this is Max Egan from the Crow House, for those that don't know. Max has been a proponent of freedom for many years now, and he actually is, like, an amazing individual, like, spiritually sound and spiritually, like, you know, just available. You know, you'll see over here, this is from the Crow House on Odyssey, okay? And this should be something that's, like, readily available, okay, to everyone. And there's a reason it's not. Okay, so let's go ahead and play a little bit of this. You should not be able to hear it unless you're hearing it through my mic. So let me go ahead and yeah, we're gonna end it on this. Yeah, we are.
I went ahead and tore down that radar gun. Never been done in a handheld laser. Okay, everything's put together now. I guess it's finally time to test this thing out. But first I gotta put on my laser goggles. Because seriously, just looking at the output of this thing on a surface is definitely enough to burn your eyeballs out. Alright, so here's the main power switch. You can see the readout there for the battery voltage and then the temperature. Then right here's the safety switch, which arms the laser. Alright, here goes nothing. Wow, that's insane. Now just to give you an idea on how stupidly powerful this laser is, I have a couple other lasers here to compare it to. So this laser right here is 5 milliwatts. So a direct hit from anything stronger than this is going to cause eye damage faster than you can blink, or even just a reflection off of a shiny surface. Now this laser right here is 500 milliwatts, or half a watt. So that puts it in the highest laser danger rating there is. So that means that not only is it a fire hazard, but just looking at the spot on a surface can burn your eyeballs out without goggles. And then there's this laser, which eclipses that rating 200 times over. I mean, seriously, there's no sane reason for something like this to even exist.
There's no sane reason for something like this to even exist.
Okay, so what can I even do with it? The same thing as any other gadget that isn't boring. Light stuff on fire. Check out how the raw output just torches my desk. I'm not even using a lens here. As for the other burning tests, let's start with the easy stuff. I wonder how fast I can pop these balloons with the laser. That never gets old. Let's try it on a paper bag. Huh. Well, that's...
Second. Hold on, Vic. You think I'm a disinformation agent? Let me tell you something. There's thousands of people out there that'll explain to you how I've worked to help people on the ground level, okay? To bring people closer to their purpose here, okay? And what they want from this existence, okay? I am the furthest thing from a disinformation agent. Now, as far as Max Egan goes, okay, you obviously don't know anything about his work, or you wouldn't feel that way. I've watched a lot of Max's stuff. I know what level he's on. Okay, my job is to measure the intention of someone's heart when I meet them, and then make decisions from there on out. Now, there's a lot of people lately. It just seems like lately there's been a lot of people talking a lot of trash against my friend over here, Mark Passio. Now, I got news for you. Mark Passio is a warrior in this war against humanity. Okay, and he's fighting the forces of evil, the forces of the satanic cult. By being an ex-satanic cult priest, he's bringing information and de-illusioning their illusions. Okay, he's also been in the somebody on his level. He's also been actively providing resources and education to people to become the true media that exists on this planet. Okay, and I've been in those classrooms for years now, for like I think he's on his 4th or 5th year doing it. And I've been active in every single class except for one season of classes. The thing about Mark that a lot of people are misunderstanding is that they take what he says out of context. He's a very highly intellectual person. He's very smart. He's got a very high IQ. And what they'll do is they'll take something that he says in an instant, like as he's breaking down something larger, okay, they'll take a clip or an instant of something that he says, and they'll misinterpret that and use that like ammunition against him, And then there's the whole flat earth thing, like people going back and forth because he uses a globe on his channels and on his website. But I got news for you. I don't give a rat's ass if we're under a dome, if it's a flat turd. I don't give a shit if it's a round ball floating through the sky. It does not matter what we're on, guys. What matters is that we're under attack, okay? And you want to rearrange beach chairs on the deck chairs on the Titanic as it's sinking. Like, that's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard, okay? Like the Gnostics and ancient Kabbalah, those kind of things, the hidden key of Solomon, all these things are information, okay? I don't put my trust in any one individual ever. I hardly trust myself most of the time, okay? The one thing that I do disagree with Mark on, okay, is the source aspect of things, okay? I kind of like lean towards the fact that we are in a hell realm, okay, and it's controlled by those that are the master manipulating psychologists of the world, okay, and like when you die you go back to source, okay, and like that's your unification. Well, I got news for you. That's where I differ with a lot of people in this movement. I don't believe that when you get back to source that you're going to be able to move on to other systems so easily. I think there's a lot of manipulation and deception that goes on that side, and I've seen it firsthand with my own eyes, okay? And when I get back to source, I'm probably going to give them a black eye and keep it moving, just like I would on the street if somebody was attacking somebody that I loved or hurting somebody that I loved, okay? I'd give them a black eye and I'd keep it moving, okay? That's what I'm going to do to source when I get back there, okay? Because no loving, caring God that I know of, okay, from what I've been instructed and told in this fucking false fucking realm, paradigm, hell realm that we live in, okay, nowhere that I have seen, okay, is that source is the place I want to be. I don't want to be any parts of source, okay? There's two facets in this war. There's good and there's evil, and then there's the side that I choose. The side that I choose is to be on the sidelines identifying all this shit and pointing to the reality of what's really going on. Well, you could think they're full of shit. That's not correct. That's not a correct assessment, okay? My point of view is that a lot of people that are full of shit, they aren't full of shit to themselves. To themselves, they're not full of shit. But my objective is when I get back to source, I'm not going to be standing around hugging and kissing. When I get back to source, it's going to be a fight like there's a fight going on right here and now. Because the source that created this realm, the source that's involved with the creation of this realm, the Gnostics referred to it as Yaldabaoth. Okay? Some people refer to it as Lucifer. Some people refer to it as Zeus or Thor. Or, any of the ancient Celtic gods or any of the ancient, whatever. I don't give a shit. Like, you're not going to get me in this lifetime. In this lifetime, I know the actual truth because I've got a chance to go over there and visualize it and see it with my own eyes, felt it with my own heart, experienced it with my own practical experience. Okay, so when I get over there, I'm not going to be hugging and kissing source like people like Mark think they're going to. No, incorrect. When I get there, I'm going to be putting them in a fucking chokehold and I'm going to break the fucking matrix over there just like I'm breaking the fucking matrix here. That's the only difference between me and Mark. I think his intentions are good. I measured his heart. I was in his presence many times. In fact, I helped broadcast his podcast. For years, I helped him and assisted him. And he's got a thing coming up that I'm going to be a part of in a couple of days. Not be a part of, but I'm going to be attending it. If he allows me to help and assist, with the setup and stuff, I'll do that. Because that's my obligation to humanity. That's what I do. I help and assist people. But the only difference I have as far as, ex-satanic, yeah. I just follow my intuition. Yeah, well, all right. Bye. See you later, Vic. Yeah, look, I'm not here to make people stay. I'm here to inform you guys of what the hell's going on. So let me drop the chat since there ain't nobody else chatting, and I don't really want to have that on the screen. that he can't handle the reality that he's in. He can't handle the reality that he's in. Okay? And you can't see who the other forces are that are at work that are assisting you in this reality. Okay? There's souls that are on this planet right now that are specifically here to assist you. So let me go ahead and finish playing this out.
On fire like nothing. Can the raw output ignite wood? I'll take that as a yes. How about a ping pong ball? Some people might ask, how hot is the beam itself? Well, the thing is, there isn't actually a temp. Yeah, it's hot. Okay, well, the beam doesn't exactly have a temperature, but it certainly can heat up objects very quickly. Now,
Mark, I don't know if you're watching, bro. I don't know if you're going to get to see this,
hundreds of degrees in under a second. Let's tackle another popular viewer question.
Like a green laser show that was coming from the sky in Maui. And there's been a lot of people talking about this and a lot of people saying that this is China that's doing this. Like I said, I don't see it that way. I think they'll probably use China as a scapegoat to create the backstory they need to cover their own asses and to move towards whatever's next in their agenda, because it's all the one thing and they always move in the same direction, but they need little excuses to do it. I want the people out there to think it's just an organic process that this is all going on like this, folks, and nothing under their control. It's just circumstances, the way they go, and it all leads to this same thing. So that's the way they want people to think about it, which is simply not true. So with the amount of people coming and saying these are directed energy weapon attacks that are happening all around the world, then it's no wonder that they're pointing the finger at China, because they need to.
What is with all of these sky anomalies that we're seeing before, during, and after these?
Yeah, and please don't take anything I say,
disasters,
to heart, man.
fire,
like, I'm here to help people, but I'm not
name
going to
it.
let anybody
We're seeing
deceive me.
really
That shit ain't going to happen that way.
which tells me that there is something.
Hold on. You guys can go watch this video, man. Go, please. I suggest you do, right? But here's the part that like really got me like fired up, man. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me go back. The tunnels, the underground tunnels. Like this is real, man. All this shit's real. Let me tell you something. There's this one scene in here that I really want to get in with here. Hold on.
No,
let me play it out.
You're in Australia, folks, because the bottom line is that's what it's doing. You're giving it an invalid corporate entity that has just lied to you for the last 4 years with this COVID scandemic. It's just injured or killed over 137,000 Australians with this jab, and they want to roll all that out again. So, it's time to wake up and smell the coffee, folks. Don't give these people an inch of leeway. Don't give them what they want. Vote no. And then rally the people to hold these parasites accountable for some of the stuff they've done. Because, I mean, the world's deteriorated greatly in the last few years, folks, all from the actions of these people. But yeah, what's going on in Greece is just outrageous, folks, outrageous. And what's going on in Maui and in Turkey and Morocco, what's going on all around the world is pretty outrageous. And Maui, it seems pretty obvious that they've stolen these children, folks. And they're not letting people in to get to their land either. Like there's police putting barricades up and saying, no, you can't come back to your property, it's too dangerous or whatever. God knows what evidences they're removing. I mean, are there any remains of children in these buildings? Why aren't we hearing any information on this at all? And a lot of people in Maui are pretty damn angry about it, and they're really starting to arc up at their council and their government.
This officer that was over there, he should be investigated. I was told by people who escaped there on foot that the officer had blocked the road, people could not get out. My brother literally had to go cut the chain off of the old sugar mill camp area to let people out at the top of Kilauea Mauka because the roads were all blocked because the police were blocking it. We want accountability. It needs to be investigated by a third party that is not associated with the government. I was blocked out several days. I could not come in. There was chaos. People was rioting. What's on those documents for FEMA? I'm an attorney myself. There's so many things that are questionable that has happened here. Right after that, the governor says, oh, I'm going to take the land. He's talking about the state wants to purchase all this land, that he should get this land. This land belongs to the people already. Okay. The government is liable for this, grossly negligent, at least if not criminally negligent. They should clean up all that land, restore that land to the people.
Yeah, it's heavy right now. You should feel that heaviness because this was not like actually samples taken from
Why is he getting all glitchy, guys?
You won't let anyone see what's going on inside, but we know very well that you guys, as the third largest stakeholders, the state, do want that land and can take it when you deem it a natural disaster.
Come on here trolling me, talking about interrupting me every 5 seconds with nonsense, and then talking bad about warriors that are out here fighting this shit. Trying to get me to switch teams.
This as numbers for buildings, for money. What about the people? What about the families that have been destroyed by this fire? And for the record, I will say this. It was not a natural disaster. This emergency proclamation is a fall. And let me tell you why. Because all of the hearings you hear, all of the testimony you hear, all of the social media you hear, it connects the dots to what's happening in Lahaina. Lahaina was our first United Kingdom capital. Funny how all the common people were taken out in one fell swoop of a fire.
Hi, my name is Jessica Wertheim. I was born and raised in Haiku, Maui. I am a mother, and I'm a child of this living, breathing earth. I do not consent to AI control. I do not
I
consent
guess she's
to
a
smart
shill too,
cities.
you know what I mean?
And
She's
I 100% know with every fiber of my being that this was
fucking
not a natural
clowns, man.
disaster.
Stay
This
off
was
my
a
page
planned
if you don't
attack.
know
There
what
are
the
many,
fucking
many.
truth is.
I mean, it's a 1 + 1 + 1 = 3 equation. You cannot call me a conspiracy theorist for being a critical thinker.
It's good to see. But, you know, we need more. The people of the world really need to see that we're under an attack here, and it's all one thing. Like I said, it's one big holding company, and they're all working together. But in regards to Maui, I mean, look what just happened there, folks. The cops were blocking off the roads and making the people stay. There was
This is
one
the part I
group
was
of people
looking
that were trying to get in to rescue their children because they're saying, look, our kids have been sent home, we've got to go in and get them, and they're just there, like they're just up the block, and we've got to go in and get them, and the cops wouldn't let them do it.
I'm not literally can.
Now, I want you guys to pay close attention because this is what's not going to happen if it goes on in front of me.
Not get over there.
That's just the way it is.
Well,
I've been ordered not to let anyone across the bridge, so you can go through CSRD and see if they'll let you through, but right now you're not allowed.
How about you go over there and rescue them kids yourself? All right, here we go.
I don't give a fuck. Stop! Stay back. Turn around.
He said, I don't give a fuck, stop. He obviously doesn't give a fuck. And he's telling you to stop. Okay? Instead of being out here blocking this fucking road, his fucking candy ass, coward ass, fucking order following scumbag motherfucker, okay, that he is, blocking parents from going in and rescuing their kids. Let me tell you something, I swear on everything that's fucking good in my life today. And I've got lots of good shit in my life today. But I swear to you, if you step in front of my fucking vehicle or in front of my pathway when I'm in the process of helping somebody, ask anybody that knows me what's going to happen next. You're going to become a casualty. You're going to become a casualty. I promise you that that's not going to be me. Step in front of my shit and you're going to get mowed right the fuck over. Okay? Any fucking trolls or shills that want to come on to my fucking page and blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't block them. I didn't block them. Okay? He still has an option to come in here and listen and learn this information. Because I think it's important. Okay? I think it's important that people understand that we are at war with an enemy that's cunning and baffling. Okay? And they're subtle in their actions and activities. They're not going to advertise that they're at war with you. They're not going to turn around. Look, let me just pull this over here a little bit so you can see. No, that's me. Hold on. This one. Let me show you something right here. Let me play it again so you can see it. I want you guys to really pay attention here. Really pay attention.
The people stay. There was one group of people that were trying to get in to rescue their children because they're saying, look, our kids have been sent home, we've got to go in and get them, and they're just there, like they're just up the block, and we've got to go in and get them, and the cops wouldn't let them do it.
I'm not literally cannot get over there.
That's just the way it is.
Well,
I've been ordered not to let anyone across the bridge, so you can go through CSRD and see if they'll let you through, but right now you're not allowed across the bridge.
Turn around. Stop! I don't give a fuck. Stop! Stay back. Turn around. Where are your kids? Right at 501. Right at the 501. You're blocking this road. Nobody's getting through.
The 108.
Again, I'm going to say it one more fucking time. Okay? Thump, thump is what you're going to fucking hear if someone tries to stop me from rescuing somebody and helping somebody. My moral obligation to humanity, okay, at that given moment is to help others. Just like it is right now in this broadcast, to help others. Let that shit go on in front of me and see how I'm going to react. Thump, thump. You're going to be underneath my fucking tires. I promise you, you're going to be under my tires. Come to my fucking neighborhood and try to fucking load my children on a school bus in front of me and see what the fuck goes on. See what the fuck goes on next. Okay? Let that shit happen in front of me, man. Let that shit happen in front of me. And if you're not walking around with that kind of attitude, because, you know, I encountered some people on Facebook the other day, well, I don't care. You know, I don't believe in that kind of stuff. That's fine. You ain't got to fucking believe in it. But guess what? It's going to come banging on your fucking door, just like that last fucking fiasco that they had going on with us happened. Banging on your fucking door. And then all of a sudden, you got trucks in the street blocking and protesting. You got people running around rioting and looting because, like, they got involved whether they wanted to or not. They got involved whether they wanted to or not. So I put up here, you see, I put up here on this screen right here. Let me just go ahead over there so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I put up here some links, okay? First and foremost, right? I put up Mark Passio's link, since I had some troll in here telling me that man isn't what he says he is. Bullshit. I've met him. I'm friends with him. I've been in his presence. I measured his fucking heart. And I know how to measure hearts, okay? I have the gift of discernment, okay? You've been endowed with that gift as well. You need to utilize it when you're dealing with fucking people. That cop that yelled, "I don't give a fuck," and jumped in front of that car, he ain't lying. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. Because if he gave a fuck, he wouldn't be setting up roadblocks. He'd be in there fucking rescuing people. I promise you that. Okay? Now, I know good cops. I know good National Guard people. I know good military, active military people that have a moral conscience that are stuck in the grips of the system. Okay? That aren't going to fucking jump in front of a car and stop you from rescuing your children, no matter what the fucking orders above were. That man was literally willing to throw his life away to follow the order of the scumbags that are doing this shit. Okay? Use discernment, people. Use discernment. You think Mark Passio is a fucking current satanic shill or fucking current, you know, satanic fucking priest that's like misleading the masses? Bullshit. You don't know the man. You didn't study his work, and you've never been in his presence. Never. Never, ever, ever have you been in his presence. Never have you talked to him one-on-one. Never have you been around him and understood that his whole fucking mission and purpose in this world isn't to gain followers or viewers or fucking earn money. His number one purpose in this world is to expose the scum that exists on this planet and to give people the tools and resources and knowledge and information to get out of this bullshit. Like I said before, the only difference between Mark Passio and St. John Penuel Chidester III is that he thinks we're going to reunite with Source one day. I believe that's what he thinks. Haven't really had that conversation with him. Because it's not important to us what we personally fucking think and feel and believe. People like me and Mark, that's not fucking important to us. What's important to us is exposing the scum and their fucking agenda and what they're trying to do to people. That's what's important. If you think there's something more important than that, you're living in fucking fantasy land. You think flat earth or fucking, one religion over another or, any of that kind of bullshit is more important than that right now? You don't know what your fucking ass from a hole in the wall. So I put up here Mark's link for his website. WhatOnEarthIsHappening.com. 15, 16 fucking plus years the man's been screaming into a microphone and standing in front of crowds of fucking people trying to fucking tell this truth of what they're really fucking doing to us. 15 fucking years or more. Okay? Next, you'll see my website, thelostprinciple.com, which documents the principle of care in action. That's what that documents. That's my website. That's my work, my accomplishments. Okay? You come on here and you want to troll me and try to sway my opinion? Are you out of your fucking mind? You can't sway facts, bro. You can't sway facts. You can't sway truth. It doesn't work that way. You can't manipulate truth and facts to fit into your little bullshit fucking molds that you created in your fucking obscene fucking demented mind, disillusioned mind. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. Just like you can't disavow the laws of nature, the principles that guide and control the creation that we're in. You cannot do that. The 8 principles exist. They're real. Okay? And we all are co-creators here. You're creating on a daily basis whether you realize it or not. Okay? Most of the fucking people on this planet right now, unfortunately, have not been woken, are not awake. They do not understand that they are co-creators and that they are creating a reality around them. They don't understand that shit. And what they have become is golems, according to the Hebrews. What they have become is transits, channels, okay, projections of someone with higher fucking authority in their life other than them. Okay? And that's the reality we live in. Okay? Their co-creator status is null and void to them. They don't understand that they have the power within. Go watch my fucking content from the beginning. If you want to see more content that's in alignment with the principles of natural law, if you want to see more content that's in alignment with the principle of care in action and what is actually going on, what on earth is happening on this planet, okay, not just a Mark Passio or a John Penuel, but more than that. I think we're up to, 74 content creators on the OneGreatWorkNetwork.com? Yeah, go over there and look at those fucking people. Tell me they're disillusioned, because I don't believe that. I've watched them. I've watched a lot of their broadcasts. I've met quite a few of them in person, and I've seen their actions and activities in the real world around me and what they've been trying to influence to the masses. Now, I'm going to end this broadcast. Okay, you see, not only did I put that stuff up there, but I put period. There ain't nothing else to talk about. Okay, with the exception of this one other thing. Step in front. Here, let me play one more fucking time. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro.
The people stay. There was one group of people that were trying to get in to rescue their children because they're saying, look, our kids have been sent home, we've got to go in and get them, and they're just there, like they're just up the block, and we've got to go in and get them, and the cops wouldn't let them do it.
Literally cannot get over there.
That's just the way it is.
Well,
I've been ordered not to let anyone across the bridge, so you can go through CSRD and see if they'll let you through, but right now you're not allowed across the bridge.
Turn around! Stop! I don't give a fuck! Stop! Stay back! Turn around! Where are your kids? 501!
Where are your kids? They're in harm's way, people. That's where the fucking kids are. This guy asked the dumbest fucking question. What do you think? These people are purposely going to commit suicide? Run into a fucking burning forest? Burning neighborhoods? Asinine. Step in front of my shit and see what the fuck happens. Try to stop me from helping somebody and see what the fuck happens. Violate that fucking principle in front of me and see what the fuck happens. I promise you that the world will see it. Because you'll be another fucking fatality in this war against humanity. It won't be written down that way, but that's what the fuck it'll be. Another fucking fatality. I most likely am going to be a fatality in this war against humanity because of my beliefs, because of what my activities have been. Now, I'm okay with that. I've made right with this world. I've corrected and balanced my fucking karma in this lifetime. And I've spouted the truth to the best of my ability with the means and abilities that I have at my disposal. You know, I showed this clip to end this fucking weather broadcast. That's all it's supposed to be. He wanted to ask me about reincarnations and shit. The fuck out of here. This ain't got nothing to do with that. This broadcast had everything to do with the weather plans that they have in store for you. The manipulations and the programs and the agendas and the drills that are now going live with the weather manipulations, the earthquake machines, the HARP machines, all these things that they're utilizing, the propaganda from the media, okay, the division and disillusion that the media and the news broadcasters are bringing to you. That's what this broadcast was about. And I ended it on this note because I'd hate to see in New York City, them bridges go down and shit like this erupt all around and people get harmed. I'd hate to see it happen, but I know it's going to. I know it's going to. So be on the lookout for the earthquakes that are coming. Be on the lookout for the dams that are breaking, because that's next. I told you this a month ago. The forecast has not changed. Not at all. So the next time I come on, I'll be talking about how sorry I am that I didn't start telling you sooner, and how upset I am that not enough people listened, and how unfortunate it is for those souls that are lost that didn't make it this time, to have to come back down through the blood well, okay, and reincarnate and come back through this shit again. And if they're lucky, the system's set up and available so that they can get the information and find their way out this time correctly. Okay, but when I get the source, black eye, baby. Black eye, pow, right in the fucking face. I'm going to make you panda eye. Because this shit ain't right, man. Ain't none of this shit right. And no God that I was taught about and manipulated and programmed to believe in, okay? No God that I was taught about and programmed and manipulated to believe in, okay, would do something like this. Yin and yang, people. The forces of good have always been just as balanced as the forces of evil, okay? I'm just a participant on the sidelines. I don't choose either now, okay? I'm not taking a side in your war. Okay, I'm just pointing to the fucking truth this time. That's the agenda. I tried to take sides in previous lifetimes, and it got me back here. And it kept everyone else sick. Kept everyone else trapped. Not going to happen this time. Stay tuned, man. This is New News Now, channel 3.3, the fucking Revelator. And I'm bringing you the news. I brought you this weather report that you're living out right now. I brought that shit to you a month ago based on their shit, not my shit. I'm not inventing this shit. I'm not making this shit up. This is their fucking shit. Stay tuned, man. Because it's about to get worse. I told you September and October were going to be the worst months. Now it's October going into December and November. We're going to have the coldest winter you ever seen. And can you imagine if it was fucking 0 degrees out? With all this water? Imagine that. Well, go look at the iPad Go 2 video. Breaks it down pretty good. As you can see, there's a lot of fucking ice on the ground. A lot of snow on the ground. Even as far as Florida. Scary shit, man. Ain't no snowplows down here. Ain't no salt fucking caves down here, you know, to plow and fucking salt the roads and de-ice the roads. That shit don't exist in Florida. So I'm concerned. In more than one way. Because if they had the ability to do this shit and get away with it, right? If they have the ability to do this shit right here and get away with it, if they have the ability to do the weather manipulation and control the way they are and get away with it, and you let them, and you actively participate in it, and you don't heed my warnings, okay? The crying part's over. I did that already. Now it's time to get to work. Stay tuned, guys. Run your ass right the fuck over with this broadcast. Think you know something about me. Think you know something about me. There's a handful of people on this planet that actually know something about me. And there's a lot of fucking people that have witnessed and seen my actions here. A lot of thousands, tens of thousands of people that I've personally been involved with that have seen my actions and activities on this planet. Stay tuned, because it's going to get wild. And I'm going to keep broadcasting. And I'm going to be bringing the information about what's going on out on the West Coast. And I'm going to try to understand and break down what's going on over in Europe right now, because there's a lot of shit going on over there too. And I'm going to be trying to bring this information to you guys, man. Stay tuned. Visit those websites, man. Pay attention. Keep your fucking discernment and your awareness high and be vigilant.